Hi everyone, my name's Dr. Elena and I want to welcome you to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the button below and do subscribe. The little bell there will light up and that will let you know whenever I do another video. So I planned after the first of the year to do one every week again like I had done last year until I had a flood in April, and then I couldn't do it every week because I didn't have anything in the house was together. Nothing was organized here. It was chaos with construction all day long. So then a lot of other things happened. So I got the flu, not COVID, but the flu, and I got laryngitis. You can still hear a little bit of that right now. And then the fires happened in Los Angeles, and sadly, so many people lost everything. I know what that's like. That happened to me once in my life also. It's extremely traumatic. And the fires were crazy. I mean, the first week of the fires, I was like, I think I had PTSD triggered from my earlier experience of almost dying in a fire. Waking up with my hair on fire and my nightgown on fire, very disoriented, passing out, and, you know, basically ending up with nothing. I had nothing. So I was kind of frozen that first week when all that was happening with the fires. And then I had to evacuate. So I evacuated and I took Luna the meditation cat, and we just basically got out of Dodge really quickly because there was a lot of smoke and there was a fire that was encroaching upon us, and I was just getting really triggered, you know, very, very triggered, and I just had to get out of here. I basically left with a couple pairs of leggings and flannel shirts and change of underwear, and that was kind of it. So then I got back just a couple days ago. I got back home, and now we did pray for rain, and it's raining a lot. So I went out to the garage and I put my buckets out because I have a leak, and when it rains, that happens. So now we have flood warnings. There's a lot of conjecture about what happened with the fires. There's a lot of wondering how that could happen and why some houses did not get burned and why it was so intense that cars melted and things like that. But you know what? I'm not going to get involved in that. I am merely going to say that our job right now, even more than ever, with everything that is going on in the world, is to make sure that we are as healthy and strong as we can possibly be. Because we're going to be in for a wild ride, I think. It's already started off pretty intense. Now, you may have remembered toward the end of the year last year, even at my first meditation of 2025, I said, I feel like I'm in the birth canal and I'm going to open my eyes and it's going to be different. And I don't know what I'm going to see, but it's going to be, I felt like something big was going to happen. I wasn't sure if it was personal or societal. It turned out it was, you know, the city of Los Angeles. It was societal. And also for all of America, because we now have a different president and a new president, and things are changing rapidly. So it's really, really important that we fine-tune ourselves and get ourselves as strong as possible for whatever is going to be coming up, because this is right here is what we have control over. We have control over our bodies, our minds, our health. We have control over what we put in our bodies. We have control over whether or not we abuse our bodies. When you abuse your body, you numb yourself out. You sedate yourself. You are sedating yourself from feelings. You are avoiding moving through things. That is not a good idea because that is going to catch up with you. So we have a lot of personal work to do right now in 2025, and it's individual personal work, as well as society personal work. And there was a lot of group meditations going on, and during this last couple of weeks with the fires and when I got my voice back, I was doing a lot of private tarot readings and card readings for people. And the cards were showing that some pretty heavy stuff was going to be coming down the pike. And then it started coming down the pike with the fires. And, you know, it's interesting because I had this kind of impending doom feeling, the same feeling I had at the end of 2019, which I talked about in my meditations. And on the channel here at the end of 2019, I said, I feel like something big is going to be happening, and there's going to be a lot of changes, and nothing will ever be the same. Right as soon as we get over the hump and get into the 1st of January, and that's what happened. Again, this year with 2025, it happened with 2020, and it happened with 2025. So, luckily, I am very, very grateful to be healthy and well. I am very, very grateful to be back in my home. I am very, very grateful that I didn't almost die in this fire. And I am grateful that it's raining and that the rain is helping to quench the fires. And I pray and hope that the rains will be enough rain, but not too much rain, if you know what I mean. No more catastrophes and no more chaos. And I know a lot of people have been donating, a lot of people have been volunteering, and I want to just kind of give kudos to the firefighters and everyone who has been on the front lines, helping and donating and doing whatever they can to help the people who have lost so much. My prayers of strength go out, and my prayers of hope go out to all of you who have lost your homes and lost so much. Okay. So I'm going to go and do some card readings now. It's kind of late here right now, but I wanted to get this done. I had a couple of auditions I had to get done, as incongruous as that seems right now. And so it took me several hours to get that done today. Get the lines done, get the teleprompter up, get the camera up, get the setup up, change the clothes, do the scenes, edit them together, do all that stuff and get it off to casting. But that's done. And so I really wanted to do a meditation and card reading for you tonight. And so we're going to get right into that right now. Okay. I hope all of you are well. And if you're watching this, I hope that you are safe. Keeping yourself safe and well is super, super important right now. I want to thank all of you who reached out to me, who knew that I had to evacuate and knew a little bit about my history and my previous experience with being in a fire where I almost lost my life. And I want to thank you for reaching out to me and checking in on me. It means a lot, and it meant a lot to me. So thank you to all of you who did that. I really appreciate it. Okay, we're going to go into our regular tarot deck right now and get started with that and see what shows up. For those of you who haven't been here before, I start to release, which means that my eyes start to water, my throat gets dry, I start to yawn, things like that happen to me. That's a release of energy as I'm getting ready to pull down the energy of what is going to be revealed in the cards. I am an intuitive reader, so I don't follow any book or any method or anything. I just do what I'm told to do from my guidance. These readings are, see, the releasing's already happening. These readings are going to be for you. They're not personal readings for me. I ask that before I start the camera, that the readings that I do be beneficial to everyone who's watching or listening whenever they're watching or listening. So whether you watch it this week, tonight, when it's recorded, as soon as it goes up online, or whether you watch it in a week or a month, it's going to be relevant for you because that's kind of how the cards roll. All right, I'm going to take the top card now. I'm going to lay the cards out, and then I'll tell you a little story about them. So let me get these decks out of the way here so I can have some space before I start pulling these cards off the deck. I have all my cards here. I just thought I'd pull them all out and see what I was guided to do. I always feel guided to start with my trusty, this one. Oh, look, I match. See, I'm wearing stars too. Okay. First card. Okay. The Queen of Wands. She's a redhead, by the way. I'm going to take another one from this deck, right? Oh, okay, this one. And I'm going to choose one more. I like to choose. If I feel guided, I take 3 from this one right after the next from this deck. Okay, well, that's pretty interesting. The first 2 are kind of one energy and similar energy, and then we got that one coming up. Oh my God. Okay. Put that down. Now I'm going to, what's my hand reaching for? All right. Okay, we're going to go into this one next. My eyes are watering already. And they weren't watering before. This is just a releasing energy. Okay. Friendship. You know, one thing I noticed during the fires, I had to go to Costco, and I noticed that everybody was really nice. Everybody was so kind. People were letting you get in front of them when you were, trying to get changing lanes. When I walked out of Costco, I had a basket full of things that were kind of heavy. I've been trying to get there for a while. I couldn't get over there. And these 2 young men walked by and they said, "Oh, hey, can we unload your grocery cart for you and put it in your car?" It's like, yeah. I mean, it was so sweet. And people are just a little more tuned in to other people right now because of what has happened in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is the city of the angels, and they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Not just where you think you might find them. They're everywhere. My son and my daughter-in-law, I call them the A team because their names begin with A. And they really helped me with this evacuation situation and with the fact that I was so, like emotionally frozen from like a PTSD kind of sensation. And my son knows what had happened to me in the past. He wasn't there, but he knows the story about that. And my family knows the story about that. And I just want to say that my A team, I also call them my angel team because they are angels in the flesh. My A team are angels in the flesh. And my daughter-in-law has spent a lot of time donating and helping and volunteering. And I just have my hats out to her. And my son has done so much as well. So they're amazing. I'm just really, really grateful. All right. Thank you, A-Team, for helping me. Okay, this is a piece. Okay, well, I'm down with that. Sounds good to me. And reach my hand over here for another deck. These cards are the map of where we're going to go in our guided meditation. I never know where we're going to go. This is not prepared information. This is completely spontaneous, and I like it like that. This is real. It's not real slick. I don't edit these videos. I mean, if I have to get up and open the door, or get up and turn off the fireplace, or get up and do something, get a jacket, or take a jacket off, or turn the fan on, or whatever I have to do, it's not going to be edited. It's just going to be what it is. Real life, people. Real life. No filters, real life. Just be who you are. Steady progress. Well, that's good. We need some steady progress. All right. Oh, I'm going to go to this one next. This is my big fat tarot and angel card deck. It's a lot of cards in here. It's really thick. Let me put this aside. Look how thick this deck is. It's kind of hard to shuffle because it's so thick. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? All right, let's see what's going on here. By the way, when I do this, we are divinely protected by beautiful healing white light. So only positive energy can come in, and only positive suggestions that are helpful to you can come in. So just good energy, just light, positive, hopeful, helpful, benevolent energy. It's all good. All right, let's see what we got here. This is the Strength card. This is a Major Arcana card. This is this card in this deck. You've seen it before in the other deck that I use, my main deck that I've used since I was a teenager. And it's a woman in white with a lion in front of her. And she's taming a lion or holding his mouth open or putting something in his mouth, whichever you choose to think. So I think I've got one more deck here. I think I'm gonna pull this one too. We have plenty of time because I didn't talk a lot at the beginning. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Whatever feels right. Now this is another beautiful deck. See that? Okay, let's go into the forest. This is the forest deck. Oh my God, wow. Okay, a lot of those ended up on the floor. I guess we're not gonna be using those cards. Let's cut it and, should I cut it again? Okay, and take the card on the top. And it's this one. Wood Nymph, beauty. Boy, that is a beautiful card, look at that. Gorgeous. All right, well, I don't know what about those cards that fell on the ground. What that means, it's a whole bunch of them, so I'm just gonna assume that we didn't need to see those. Okay. Now, let's see what's going on, what they mean. Okay, first card is, get my glasses so I can see all the little minute details. Okay. All right. This is the Queen of Wands. And she's got sunflowers behind her, and she's got a cat in front of her. There's Luna, the meditation cat, kind of hanging out. Okay, all looks good here. This woman is holding a sunflower, and she's got sunflowers behind her on her very stable throne. So this is about being stable and grounded and kind of getting your roots again, kind of regrouping. And she's holding a rod. The rods are creative and they're air. Our air has been pretty bad here. I actually am very much a fan of these new air purifiers that I got 2 of them. They're very, very good and they are highly rated. So I got 2 of them, one for downstairs, one for upstairs. If you want to know what they are, let me know. So here we go. She's holding a rod and there's a little bit of a flowering of the rod right there. I see a little bit of green coming up there. Just a little bit, just starting to flower. She's wearing yellow, which is the color of the solar plexus, which is a power center. This is about sitting grounded, pulling in your power, and being as positive as you can. You see? She's got the red lions behind her. Those are very symbolic and very powerful. And she's got the 2 lions on either side of her throne. Now there's no water here, you see that? It's just like the desert and pyramids. So this is a card about stability. And stability is kind of a goal, you know? That's just not a card for women, it's for everyone. Then we go into the Pentacles. This is a 9 of Pentacles. Pentacles have to do with the earth trip. They have to do with career, jobs, manifesting on the earth plane. The 9 is the number of the Hermit in the major arcana. So this card is telling us that it's very important every day to spend time alone and to breathe. Remember, I told you, wands are air. Conscious breathing, catch your breath and focus on your breath. Your breath keeps you in the present. And you see, this is about enjoying work that you've done on yourself, on the earth plane, and allowing yourself to find the blessings in every single thing. Be grateful. Find the blessings in everything. There's always blessings. But we have this card right here coming up next. So everything is not so rosy. This is about things going on behind your back that you don't really know about. This is probably some of that conspiracy theory stuff. This is the Moon card. It's a major arcana card, and it's got a lot of oomph. The major arcana cards have a lot of pixels, a lot of information, and a lot of energy, and they carry a lot of weight. This is the Moon shining down, and you've got a dog, a wolf, and a scorpion. A scorpion can kill you if it bites you, and it's big, and you can die. So this is about being careful. Be aware, be careful, keep your eyes open. And animals know when something's going on, you know. For a while there last week, it got really, really quiet, and Luna was acting real strange. And I thought, oh my God, are we gonna have an earthquake now? I mean, it was so still. After all the winds being so intense, it got really, really still, like scary still. And I thought, oh my God, please, let that wind at least pick up a little bit. I don't want to go through any earthquake energy right now, please. We can't handle that. We've had so much with the fires. So keep your eyes and ears open on what's going on behind your back, and don't be stupid. Be aware, educate yourself, see what's going on in the world, and be careful where you get your information from. Because not all information that's out there is legitimate. Not all information that's out there is for your best interest. And not all information that's out there is even real. So, use your mind. That's why it's so important to take care of your health and take care of your mind and do conscious breathing and spend quiet time alone every day, because you have to keep your mind working. You know, my grandfather was a Russian immigrant, and he really couldn't read or write. He never was educated. He was a smart man, but he never went to college. And he never even went to high school. He came over here when he was 14 years old. But he knew how to write his name with cursive, beautiful handwriting too. And he used to say to me, get an education, fine-tune your mind. No one can take away what's in your mind. Keep your brain sharp. Keep your health sharp. Exercise, eat the right foods, don't take drugs, don't abuse your body, don't, just do the best you can. Treat it like a temple so that your brain is sharp, so that you can think for yourself and not just be like easily manipulated. You know what I'm saying? It happens. Friendship. Friendship is key. Those people that you really can count on. And you know what? We're all one big family here on this planet. Some people are putting it out there that we're not, and that we need to, be adversarial toward each other. But everybody wants the same thing. Everybody wants their family to be safe. Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to be loved. Everyone wants to feel safe. So we all want the same thing. We all also want peace. I think we want peace. Maybe some people don't want peace. I think most of us want peace. I'm going to tell you about friendship. I'm going to go back to friendship for just a second. Okay, you notice this is a white woman and a black woman. Okay, skin color doesn't mean anything. If you ever see young children play together, they don't really care what color skin their friends have. It's like, you grow up with that, and you take on what you're growing up with. When I was a little girl, my mom was a single mom, and we had an amazing woman that lived with us. Her name was Maddie Robinson. She was a black woman. I loved that woman. She was amazing. She was like a grandmother to me. We'd sit on the front porch, and we'd talk about all kinds of things. I can remember being on the front porch during thunderstorms, which is kind of an exciting energy, in Ohio in the summer. And she'd have her arm around me and her arm around my brother, and we'd just sit there feeling all safe with Meddy Robinson. She was amazing. She was so loving and so kind. Yeah, anyway, okay. Friendship. Let's look at friendship here. I'm going to tell you about friendship. The answer to your question involves your friendships. By the way, did I tell you to think about a question you want answers to? Or maybe you just want clarity on your life or your situation right now? Think about that for a second. Okay. The answer to your question involves your friendships. This card is showing you how much the energy of other people is affecting you. Or it could be guiding you to open yourself up to allow others in. Friendship is a regular exchange of energy and emotion, and as an indigo, you connect more deeply than most, but can also be more closed off and protective of yourself. Take some time to consider how the energy of friendship, or the lack of it, is influencing your thoughts and your opinion about yourself. It's important that you maintain an awareness of how each person in your life makes you feel inside. If someone makes you feel not good, distance yourself from them. If someone reaches out to you and, there's stuff falling all over the place. If someone reaches out to you and calls you, maybe a friend they haven't seen in a while, and you talk to them on the phone and you get off the phone and you want to go, you want to just like shake the energy off. Maybe that's someone that you don't want to be spending a lot of time with, even though you might have been close in the past. Maybe you've outgrown that relationship, perhaps. Or maybe you become more sensitive and you're protecting your energy more and choosing the kind of energy you want to be around. I'm getting pretty croaky. Okay, now we get into peace, okay? I'm going to tell you about peace. Beautiful card. Boy, do we want peace right now. I do, that's for sure. Peace is like, oh man, my favorite thing. Peace and quiet. I like peace and quiet. I like it quiet. Okay, this is Archangel Chamuel. Oh, this card is falling too. I don't think I've ever had so many cards fall on the ground. Peace. Archangel Chamuel, see? See what Chamuel looks like? Okay, Chamuel. Look past the surface of this situation and see the underlying truth. That everyone involved is a child of God filled with love. By focusing upon this truth, you elicit loving behavior and solutions. Even though appearances may seem otherwise, trust that higher wisdom is in charge. Love is the only power that exists, and its light shines away any seeming darkness. Hold the intention to look for examples of this light within yourself and others, and you'll have more light in your mind, heart, thoughts, and life. This knowledge is the foundation of peace. I'm going to read that again. Hold the intention to look for examples of this light within yourself and others, and you'll have more light in your mind, heart, thoughts, and life. This knowledge is the foundation of peace. Working with Archangel Chamuel, when you wish to feel more centered, calm, and peaceful, call upon Chamuel. He's the Archangel of personal and global peace. He's very kind, loving, and sweet, and he'll evoke a pleasant feeling of excitement when he works with you. Know that Chamuel sees your true qualities and loves you unconditionally. That is really beautiful. Steady progress is next. Let's talk about that. Steady progress. All right. This is the angels talking now. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. You'll see me kind of holding back yawns periodically. You drew this card as reassurance that you're making steady progress. You sometimes harshly compare yourself to others and feel that you should be farther ahead on your path by now. Yet, look how far you've come. How many lessons you've learned. How many people you've helped. Focus on your progress instead of expecting perfection from yourself. Each day, take at least one small action step concerning a project that you're passionate about. You're on the right path, even if it feels that you're moving slowly. Praise the light instead of cursing the darkness. Appreciate yourself. That's kind of like this one, too. You know, acknowledge yourself for the work you've done. I'm still kind of not quite 100%, so bear with me. But at least I have a voice now. All right, now we're going to go into this one. This is strength. This is the Archangel Ariel. You see the lion in this? See the lion and see her? The regular tarot has the lion also and the woman coming from the highest place. This is about great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness and compassion. I was telling somebody something recently. You know, somebody was talking about a particular person who has done some bad things to me in the past. And, you know, what do I think about that? And do I want to move forward with that person? This is not this is not an intimate relationship. It was a friend kind of person. And I said, you know what? You know, life is too short to cure resentment. I'm just going to move forward. I'm not going to ignore what that person did. I am wary of that person. I don't feel safe with that person, but I'm not going to be a bitch or snot or mean or vindictive or revengeful. I'm just going to move on and be kind and be respectful and be pleasant and, you know, distance myself a little bit. But the person will not know that I'm distancing myself a little bit, because when they see me or interact with me, I will be kind and friendly and authentic. I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to hug somebody, you know, and tell them how much I love them if I don't, you know. These glasses are so dirty. So it's important to be kind and be warm and be authentic and be friendly, but don't be fake. Don't, you know, tell someone that you can't stand a certain person, and then that person, the person you told sees you with that person and you're acting like your best friends. I mean, don't be fake. You're cheating yourself when you're fake. I just kind of cleaned them up a little bit so that they're a little more clear. All right, I'm going to read to you about strength and Archangel Ariel. This is the strength card. It's number 11. I see 11s all the time. I know a lot of you do too. I post it on Facebook. It's like every time I look at the clock, it's like 11:11, you know? And I'll probably look at the clock right now and it's going to be 11:11. It's not right now, but it probably will be. 11:11 is 2 1s. That's the magician twice. And it's also a gateway for an energy transmission for you when you see it. 11:11, 1:11, 555, 333, 222, 444, 111. Any of those things are 999. I don't really see 999. I see 444, I see 333, I see 222, I see 111, I see 555 a lot. 555 a lot. I don't see 7s or 8s or 9s. But anyway, that's because there wouldn't be a 777. That makes sense. There wouldn't be a 666. There would be a 555, but there wouldn't be a 666 because once it hits the 6, it's the next hour. So that's pretty trippy. So we really only have we can have a 909, we can't have a 999. We can have a 1010, an 1111, and a 1212, and a 11, and a 2222, a 333, 444, 555. That's what we can have. So anyway, I see the 11s a lot. And you probably do too if you're watching this. Okay, strength. This card comes to you because you need to know that you're stronger than you realize. You can definitely handle your own current situation. However, instead of powering through it, you're better off with an approach of compassion, kindness, and gentleness. The strength that this situation calls for comes from the softness of a spiritual core. Your strength and effectiveness increase as you believe in yourself and your ability to grow from the experiences you have in life. Look upon challenges as opportunities to learn and apply your knowledge and magical touch. Patience, forgiveness, the courage of your convictions. Use honey instead of vinegar. Archangel Ariel is the angel of the spirit of nature. Boy, she took a beating with these fires. Well, of course, the fire is part of nature too. Because Ariel is so close to the earth, she helps with day-to-day material needs of home, food, clothing, and so forth. Well, a lot of people need your help right now, Ariel. Call upon Ariel for strength and support if you're worried about finances or desperate times. You know, there's a line in here. It said, you can definitely handle your current situation. However, instead of powering through it, you're better off with an approach of compassion, kindness, and gentleness. The strength that this situation calls for comes from the softness of a spiritual core. You know, someone I know was asking recently, they have a project they've been working on for a while, and they wanted to know if they should do a GoFundMe for the project. And they, said, is that too nervy, or is that inappropriate right now with the fires to be talking about my personal project, and what should I do? And, I'm looking for guidance. And I said, if you feel guided to do a GoFundMe, then do a GoFundMe. Just don't be attached to the outcome. Just follow your direction. If the direction being given to you is to do a GoFundMe, do a GoFundMe. And if it's meant to be, you'll get enough money from the GoFundMe to move forward with your project. So just trust that you're taking the step and putting it out there. And the rest is up to the beings that, are greater than us. The universal energy, God, Jesus, Buddha, whatever you want to call it. But if you feel guided to do something and it's harmless and will not harm anyone, and it is a project that you think is for the beneficial good of mankind, then go for it and see what happens. See if you get the funding. Rather than deliberate and wonder and worry, should I ask for GoFundMe or should I not ask for a GoFundMe? Should I ask for donations or should I not ask for donations? If you feel like asking for donations, ask for donations, because you're just following your guidance. And if it's from an egocentric place, you're not going to get the money anyway. And if it's from a heart-centered place, you'll get some donations. You might get everything you're asking for or more. All right, so that was that. Now our final card is this one right here. This is another deck, and this is the number. It's all about beauty. The number 52. This is the Sacred Forest Oracle. The number 52. Look at these creatures. Aren't they exquisite? Oh, gorgeous. Okay, Wood Nymph. All right, 52. Card 52. Looking fragile, delicate, and luminescent, 3 wood nymphs, sometimes called forest queens, are stretched out in the moss at the base of a tree. Bathing in the moonlight, their flowing gossamer gowns sparkle and shimmer, seemingly made out of light. Their dreams and visions translucent and diaphanous. waver in the air above them. The art on this card is so exquisite. So realistic too. Beautiful. Radiant, glorious beauty is growing within you. Let beauty be your North Star to guide you. What feels as well as what looks lovely will sustain and nourish you. Your ability, right, Luna? Your ability to see inner depths around you is in direct correlation with a remarkable, sumptuous life. Create harmony and peace within your home. Even doing so in small ways, such as a vase of flowers, a scented candlelit bath, can make a difference. Relax and surround yourself with comfort and elegance. The more you acknowledge beauty in your environment, in yourself, and others, the more it will fill your life. You are truly and utterly gorgeous and lovable. As you cherish yourself, the luminescence around you will grow. The nymphs of ancient Greek folklore, are beautiful supernatural beings of the forest. Their appearance here symbolizes that your own beauty, both inner and outer, is growing. There are many accounts of travelers walking through a forest and seeing wood nymphs bathing in the sunlight in a grotto, or next to a stream or pool, singing or dancing. Follow the example of the nymphs. Relax, spend time in nature, and sing and dance with joy. The spirit of the wood nymph says, remarkable spiritual beauty is growing within you. Be aware of the beauty that is around you, and splendor will expand in your life. Create beauty in your home, even in the smallest of ways, and an inner grace will radiate out from you. That is really a beautiful card. That is a beautiful card. I'm going through personally, getting rid of a lot of things right now. You know, I just want to get rid of things that are just cluttering up space. And it's hard for me to do that. It's hard for me because I'm emotionally connected to a lot of things. And I grew up with a mom who was a single mom for a while. And when she was young, her mother passed away at 8. When she was 8 years old, her mom died. And she lived on a dirt road, and they didn't have very much money. So the sensation of having her mother being taken away from her and living on a dirt road and being poor in a small town in Pennsylvania, I grew up with saving everything and holding on to everything because my mom was an artist, very much into beauty. She was beautiful, still is, she's 96. And everything could be used for something else. So everything was repurposed. My dresses that I designed for myself and made for my formals when I was in high school were remnants from a tablecloth or extra fabric or drapery material. And I created these dresses and wore them to my formal dances because I grew up with a mother who said, use everything and reuse things in a different way. Be creative. Think outside the box of how you can use things that may not be what those things were intended for. So anyway, that's a little bit about beauty and how it's important to have it in our life, but not have too many things in our life so that we can appreciate the space and have space. And so that's kind of where a process, that's kind of a process that I'm involved in right now, is every day I'm kind of giving away things. I have, Buy Nothing SCV. It's a Facebook page, and I put something on there, or I'll give it to a different site, or I'll donate it, or something like that. But I just want to lighten my load a little bit. But it's hard for me because I'm emotionally attached to a lot of things from my husband, things from my youth, things from my family, but I'm working through it. Let's do a meditation right now. So make yourself comfortable. And I suggest you close your eyes. You can sit or you can lie down, whatever works for you. I want your back straight though. So if you're sitting up, have your back straight. If you're lying down, have your back straight. And your knees can go up here and come down here, and your feet can be here. So feet, knees, thighs, butt, back, and head. You can change your position. You can shift your position. You don't have to stay in the same position. Shifting your position just means that you're releasing energy from accumulation from the day. Okay, so get in position. And we're going to go into the meditation part. Close your eyes and let yourself go. Just listen. If you drift and fall asleep or think you're falling asleep, that's fine. Your mind is going to hear anything that is benevolent and beneficial for you. Becoming aware of your breathing right now. We're going to do a 5-count breathing. What we're going to do is breathe in for 5, hold for 5, and exhale for 5. Hold for 5, and breathe in for 5. So it's 5, 5, 5, 5, okay? All right, let's start right now. Take one deep cleansing breath right now. In and out through the mouth. One more. In and out through the mouth. Let's do the 5 count now. It's actually the 4-5 count because it's 5, 5, 5, 5. So we're going to breathe in for the count of 5. Hold for the count of 5. Exhale through your mouth for 5. Hold for 5 at the bottom. This is an excellent exercise to do when you're stressed out or panicking. The other part of it is if you can find 5 things in your environment, 5 things you see, name 5 things you see, name 5 things you hear, name 5 things you can touch, name 5 things you can feel. All right, back to our 5 count. In, hold, exhale mouth, do that yourself. Let's do it a few times. And now just breathe naturally and easily and gently. Normal breathing, whatever pace feels right for you. As you begin to feel more and more relaxed, letting go more and more, knowing that your nervous system has been craving this downtime. Your nervous system has been on overwhelm and overdrive. Your nervous system needs parasympathetic quiet time. listening to this audio counts as parasympathetic. The body cannot recalibrate. The nervous system cannot rebalance itself if it does not have parasympathetic activity. And most of Los Angeles has been on sympathetic dominance for the last couple of weeks. So your nervous system is very grateful to you that you're taking this time for yourself and just becoming aware of your body and yourself in your body. Yeah. I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. And each count will allow you to relax even more and rest even more. And decompress even more and rebalance even more. Beginning on the count of 5. Feeling a sensation at the top of your head, a relaxing, warm sensation that seems to cover you like a wonderful spiritual blanket. And as I look at the clock right now, it's 11:11. It's a gateway right now. Regardless of when you listen to this, the gateway happened when I was talking to you and you were relaxing and going deep into parasympathetic activity to balance your nervous system. And that will happen whenever you watch or listen to this video, regardless of the time. Because when it was created, it was 11:11. Magical. Drifting down on the count of 4 now. Allowing your neck and your shoulders to just relax and let go. That's it. Letting go more and more. Feeling a relaxing sensation melting through any tension, relaxing any muscles, down through the shoulders, the biceps, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the hands, and the fingers. And moving down into 3, where the entire torso relaxes and lets go. All of the organs balancing themselves out. All of the organs working the way they're supposed to. All of the organs regenerating new healthy cells. And down to 2, down through the hips and the thighs. Allowing the hips to release and let go. Allowing the thighs to relax. As you move down through the knees, from the top of the head all the way down now, this daydreamy kind of sensation of relaxation is present. And you're enjoying it, even though your mind is having other thoughts, and even though you sometimes are entertaining those other thoughts, just allow them to float by like fluffy white clouds in a blue sky. Coming down now on 1, down through the calves, the ankles, all of the toes. So from the tips of the toes to the top of your head now is beautiful, natural, effortless, healthy relaxation. going to count from 1 down to 0. And when I do, imagine that there is a gateway, an entrance in your third eye, right above your nose on the flat part of your forehead. And imagine that that's an opening or a portal for you to go deep into the unlimited part of yourself that wants only what's best for you. And drifting deeper and deeper, going from 1 down to 0, and going through that portal, going deeper and deeper. That's it. Just let go. It's not just words. It's really just let go. Going deeper and deeper and deeper. Focusing on yourself and being as grounded and healthy as possible. So your vibratory frequency stays strong. So your brain stays strong and you can think for yourself. So that you can weigh the options. Consider the source of the information. Keep your brain strong. And the brain cannot be strong if the body isn't clean, clear, and strong. If you have unresolved issues, work with a clinician to move through them. Self-medicating to avoid feelings only makes things worse. Be in a grateful state. Give thanks for the work you've done and the progress you've made. Although you compare yourself to others and want things to be different much of the time, focus on the gratitude that you have for what you've done and what you've accomplished and who you are. And you will find there will be more things to be grateful for. Be aware of things going on behind your back. This is another reason why you have to keep your body fine-tuned so that you can tell when something's bullshit and when it's not. You can tell when something's real and when it's not. Be aware of the people you allow yourself to be around. Do they uplift you? Do they make you happy? Or do they drain you and make you sad? Strive for peace in your environment, in your mind. Spend time every day focusing on peace with your breath. Peace. Breathe in peace and exhale chaos. Breathe in peace and exhale sadness. Breathe in peace and exhale insecurity. Breathe in peace and all is well. If everyone on the planet breathed in peace every single day, this would be a different planet. You are making steady progress. Acknowledge yourself for it. Even small steps get you closer to being who your ideal self is. Even baby steps get you closer to the vision you see of yourself. That's why it's so important to have a vision. Strength is available to you. Use it. Use your strength to move through what you have to move through. Use your strength to, in essence, bulldoze through negativity. Do not allow negativity to infiltrate your personal space. Surround yourself with beauty. Get rid of the piles, get rid of the clutter, and invest in yourself. Surround yourself with beauty. Buy yourself flowers once every week or two. Clear out some clutter so you have more beautiful space to expand your consciousness in. Beauty is everywhere. And drifting deeper. Letting yourself going even deeper still. The deeper you go, the more nourished you will be. The deeper you go, the more insights you will have. The goal is to go deep. If this is your first time listening to me, you may not go deep. You may be thinking about shopping lists, phone calls to return, emails to send. Just push through it. Allow that to just float by. It's irrelevant. And drifting deeper. This is a little bit of a longer meditation. A few minutes longer than normal. But that's what I'm guided to do, and so take a few moments now to integrate in anything that was said that resonated with you. Thank you for taking this time for yourself. Thank you for spending this time with me. Your nervous system thanks you for recalibrating itself and being given the time to do that. I see the light in you. I send you strength, hope. I send you many blessings. Until we meet again, namaste.